if you're someone like me, you've probably got quite a lot of interests, a lot of things you're interested in. You know, there's that phrase, jack of all trades, master of none. If you have so many interests, how do you know which one you should choose? For years, I've had so many interests. I realized, obviously, I'm a creative person, so my mind just, hops from one thing to the next. But I was always experimenting with something, and that's how I stumbled into filmmaking, videography. You know, that feeling of making a video, like nothing I did before compared to that feeling. But even within videography and media and all that stuff, I realized that there were other roles. There were so many other roles which I didn't realize. Like, you could be a director, you could be a producer, a writer, an editor. And I was like, oh man, which one is the one for me? Okay, so how do you choose the right path or the right interest to go down? Now, I'll make this clear from the beginning. Not every interest you have needs to be a career choice. It doesn't need to be like this serious decision. Sometimes you may just do things casually for fun. So for me, I love dodgeball. I like playing dodgeball, but I'm not trying to be a dodgeball champion or win a gold medal or none of that stuff. I just like the game. You might like football, but you don't necessarily need to want to be a footballer. So not every interest or hobby needs to be a career choice. But if you are thinking about taking one of your interests and becoming more serious about it and actually pursuing it as a career choice, I've got a couple suggestions that might help you understand which one of those many interests that you have are the right ones to choose. First thing I would say is take some quiet time with a notepad and actually think which one of the interests that I'm into actually gives me the most fulfillment. And if I had to wake up every day and do this one thing, would I be satisfied? That's the first step. That's what I did. I realized, yeah, if I could wake up every day and film, I'll be the happiest guy in the world. That's all I care about. Secondly, do some research on that career path. So learn about what that person in that role, what do they do? What's their lifestyle like? You know, what's required for that job? So for instance, if you're an artist, you like painting, right? What is the lifestyle of an artist? You know, like, are you willing to sit for hours and paint for a client? Or do you just like painting for yourself? If you're not willing to sit for hours and paint for a client, maybe that's not something that you want to do, because artists have to work in a studio, they have to paint, and they have to work on projects that people commission them to do. Maybe you don't want to do that, but it's good to know that ahead of time. The third thing to do is to identify what your skills are. What are you actually good at? So again, write down what you're good at. Maybe you're a good speaker. Maybe you're a good organizer. You're good at organizing things, you know. Maybe you're a good writer, etc. Like, list down as many of your skills as possible and actually look at them and see, which one of these am I the most proficient in? You know, like, which one of these am I really good at? And the fourth point to consider is this career path, right? This interest that you have, that you're considering to pursue, does it serve people or does it just serve you? Because if it just serves you, maybe it's just better off as a hobby. But if you can see an opportunity where the thing you're interested in can serve others, maybe you've got a business opportunity there. Maybe it's something you can turn into a business. So for me, video production, at the time, I didn't realize that, it was a growing trend. But now everything's video. Everyone wants video. Every business wants video. I didn't realize at the time that this thing that I was interested in was going to actually be a great business opportunity later on in life. So after all of that, if you are still struggling to figure out which interest, career path you want to choose, it's okay. Just keep experimenting. Try different things. Try as many things as possible, because you'll be surprised. You'll try something and then you realize that's the one. I didn't know I wanted to get into filmmaking. I didn't know I wanted to get into video production and producing and all that kind of stuff. I was just experimenting with loads of different things and then I stumbled across it. Some people are just born knowing what they want to do, and that's good for them, but I wasn't like that. So if you're finding my content useful, please subscribe, like, helps the algorithm, and I will see you in the next video. Stay blessed.